Our first guest is Shannon Vallance. Shannon is our General Manager and one of our most experienced team members. Shannon was our very first employee nearly 11 years ago, when we were a team of nearly just two. She's a certified property trainer and had worked on a variety of portfolios and complex clients' accounts prior to becoming our GM. Our pod leaders report directly to Shannon, and she is the operations queen of our business. Shan, you joined our team 10 years ago. What were you doing before that?
Thanks for the intro. Before that, I was in real estate. So I'd been in real estate for about 3 years. Started at reception, moved through to property management administration, and then into property management. Quickly realised property management wasn't for me.
I think we've all been there.
So I think when we met, I was working for a real estate in South Yarra in property management administration. I think you came out to do some software training.
Yes.
And then shortly after that, I think the company decided to outsource to hastings+co. So I'm not sure if many people know that, but I was originally a hastings+co customer.
Yes.
For about 12 months. So I feel like I can really relate to our clients. And then I guess the rest is history. There was an opportunity that presented itself, and I'm thankful that my boss at the time was really supportive in making the transition over to hastings+co. And I haven't looked back.
Absolutely, I don't think either of us has. So absolutely, Shannon is one of our very special employees. As she said, she was a customer. So very lucky to have her as a part of our team now, and it's been a really long and exciting journey for us over the past 11 years. How has your role evolved with hastings+co over the last 10 years?
I don't know how long we have for this chat. Starting as a team of two, I was employed as a trust account manager, but as a team of two, we were doing everything. So managing clients, that slowly progressed, and I think naturally progressed into getting more involved with the onboarding of hastings+co clients, so doing their initial training and also software training. That then naturally progressed into more consulting work for hastings+co, so not necessarily with hastings+co clients, but clients of softwares that we used. So that was more trust account training at the start, and then property management training. That then progressed into implementations for software, so working with Rockend, now known as MRI. So doing implementations for REST and Property Tree. Occasionally dabbling in bank reconciliations, something I do really still enjoy.
You know, you have a great pleasure with that kind of work.
And then it kind of turned back inwards, so taking more of a step, looking internally in the business, and now kind of managing the day-to-day operations of H&Co.
Thanks, Shan, and you do it very well. They say opposites attract. Would you say that is the case with us? And how has that been a benefit to our business?
I don't think you could get two people who were more polar opposite. Introvert, extrovert, numbers focused, software focused. I definitely do think it benefits the business greatly. Like, often we'll have really honest conversations about things, and we'll come at it from completely different perspectives. 99% of the time we'll finish the conversation on a laugh.
Absolutely.
But I think we balance each other out really well. That sounds so corny.
No, couldn't agree more. I totally agree with that. We certainly do offer each other differing perspectives.
Yeah.
And at times we might not always agree, but I love that we can open up each other's thought process about things.
Yeah.
And as you've said, we can always end on a laugh, but it's important to have someone in the business that can challenge each other, which is awesome.
I do think the one area that we are similar is our work ethic. I think we're pretty hard workers.
Absolutely.
And our willingness to help everyone in the business. So I think that really helps in creating the environment that we've got at hastings+co.
Can you remember how many clients you managed during your first few years at hastings+co? So full disclaimer, the trust account managers these days probably don't quite know what the business was like back then and the volume in which our early team members used to work. So can you describe that to me?
Yeah, I mean, they're all server-based programs back then, so we definitely weren't as efficient as what the team is now. To think back, I would say it was 9 clients, probably 11 trusts, because some had rentals and sales, and then a payroll as well. Yeah.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, I loved it though. I think I thrive on the stress,
the actual and the work, the pressure.
And the work, like love being busy.
So what do you miss about it? What do you miss about actually being on the tools?
I think it's actually the day-to-day interactions with the clients. Like I built some really great relationships with my clients. A lot of them we still have as clients today. So just that day-to-day interaction, I think that. I'd also say the reconciling. I love a good reconciliation. So like the trickier the rec, the more interested I am. Like direct debits, third-party integrations, cash check.
You're there.
Love it.
How do you think these skills have helped you to become a better general manager?
I think they're all transferable. Like I can honestly put myself in any staff member's position within the business. Chances are if they're going through something, I've probably experienced it in the 10 years that I've been here. So I think I can draw on a lot of that knowledge to help support the team, whether it be understanding what clients are requesting of us, understanding softwares and how one process in one software translates to another software. And then also like using that knowledge to upskill and train the staff internally.
We have experienced significant growth over the past 2 years particularly. Our team has grown from 15 to 32 in 2 short years. We now manage over 50,000 properties. Why do you think we've experienced this growth?
A few things popped to mind. I do want to say it's such an exciting time to be at hastings+co at the moment, and be surrounded by all the team members that we have. Like their skill sets are absolutely amazing. I do think there was a shift over the last 3 years. Obviously the work landscape changed. Remote working or not working from the office, it had to happen. So I think that definitely opened business owners' minds up to how their businesses can operate differently. But I also think the real estate industry, there was probably staffing, don't want to say issues, but there were a lot of people that chose to leave the industry because of burnout. And so as a result, businesses looking at businesses like ours and how we can assist, I think made more sense for a lot of business owners. It was a known quantum, we were always going to be there, we're always going to get the work done. It just mitigates that staffing issue.
Beautiful, excellent. Well, where do you see us in 5 years' time?
5 years. Continuing our administration support for our current real estate clients and also clients we haven't met yet.
Excellent.
I would like to see us continue to develop relationships with real estate software companies. I think we have a lot to offer and we can get a lot of learnings from the many software companies that are out there.
Absolutely.
And then I'd probably, hopefully say looking at maybe a third office location, as well as continuing to support our staff and provide like a fun and productive and collaborative working environment.
Sounds pretty exciting. Look forward to the next 5 years. What has been your biggest challenge over the last 11 years at Hastings+Co?
There's been so many. I mean, it's been 10 years, so just when you think you've seen it all,
something else pops up. Keep us on our toes.
If I had to narrow it down to one, I would say in 2017 when you stepped away from the business for a period of time as a new mum, and I stepped in to kind of like steer the ship.
Yes.
That was a huge learning experience for me. So I had to adjust to working on the business instead of in the business. I like to think we did pretty well. We still onboarded a few clients and we continue to grow. But obviously there was so much support from yourself And then also our department manager, Daniela. She was a great help.
And thank you so much for that time. It means the world to me that I was able to step away and be a mum.
Yep.
And for you to continue to manage the business. And as you said, huge growth period over that time that I had off. Massive growth period. And I'm just so grateful for you for steering the ship.
Thanks.
I'm going to cry.
Oh.
Okay.
Breathe.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
I
How would
thought
you?
I was
Oh no. How would you describe our point of difference?
We're definitely not a cookie cutter business.
That's right.
So I think like a lot of people might think if you outsource, then it's our way, we won't adjust, which is not the case.
Yeah.
A lot of our clients want different things from us, so we're absolutely more than willing to work with our clients to make sure that at the end of the day their business is successful.
Excellent.
Yeah, there are also, I think, our point of difference, there's so many staff here with so many different skill sets, and they specialise in so many different softwares. So we're not just specialising in the market leaders, we've got people who know every software.
Thank you so much for your time today, Shan.
No worries.